Welcome to the Misfit One Lifestyles with Elizabeth Colin. She will awaken and connect with your Misfit One. Are you tired of the ups and downs in your life? Are you ready to live a healthy lifestyle once and for all? We are talking about all aspects of your life. Being fit is not just physical, it's also your mind and soul. Learn how to take steps in your life to move towards your goals. Elizabeth's goal is for everyone listening to the sound of her voice to get fit. Let's get focused, let's get intentional, and let's transform. Now here's your host, Elizabeth Colin.
Hey guys, welcome to the episode of the week. It's Misfit One Lifestyles with your host, Elizabeth Colin, also known as Misfit One. And guys, before we start with our guests, we want to start out with a buzzword. And our buzzword for this week is super kids. Remember, every time you hear it, put a little dot down and then tell us how many times we say super kids. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook, Elizabeth Colin, Health Strategist, so that you could be a winner. All right, we all got the buzzword. Let me introduce my guests. You guys, this young woman is out here dedicating herself to the youth on nutritional habits. Listen, this lady is phenomenal. How are you, Ms. Durden?
I'm good, Miss Collin. I want to say thank you for having me today. And I want to say thank you for having me today on your show.
Girl, thank you. Thank you for coming. Now, I don't want to, I think your first name is pronounced Ariane.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, I just want to make sure we good. So, Ariane, let me ask you this. How did you decide to focus on youth obesity?
I decided to focus on youth obesity while enrolled in Dr. Cartwright's class at the University of Georgia. And with that, I not only that, but former First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative was very, very important for me as well. And with that, I saw how kids were just throwing away their trades and everything. And I said, I want to see how can I be a way to help make that stop. So I said, let me think of what's hot right now, which was Black Panther and her memoir. So I said, let me get my title, Becoming a Superhero, together. And that's what I came up with.
I love that. So your children's book is Becoming a Superhero. Why did you, think of becoming a superhero? Like, I get becoming because I hear what you're saying about Michelle Obama, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And but superhero, how'd you get that?
It ran prominent for me with how when she was in the White House, she was very, very prominent on Let's Move and getting kids to eat healthy and exercise. And then I know shortly after she left the White House, she came up with Becoming, her memoir. Right. So that's why I said, okay, Becoming, and then Black Panther was also filmed here locally in the Metro Atlanta area. So that's how I came up with Becoming a Superhero, making eating healthy cool. So that's how I said, what you eat will be your superpowers.
Girl.
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
Awesome. What you eat would be a superpower. And that's a strong statement because a lot of times, little kids are eating very poorly.
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Yeah. And what's crazy is the statistics of obesity in youth is really, really increased since the since COVID, since the pandemic, right? It increased to 22.4% in 2020, which is
Yes.
scary.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell me, what difference do you think it makes reaching kids at that age? What is the age range for your books?
My age range is between 5 to 10 years old for my
Okay.
book.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how do you think that really affects them? You know, getting them at that young age.
I believe if you get them while they're young, that will hopefully mold them and shape them to continue those healthy eating habits when they become older and older adults.
Okay, give me an example.
Like some kids may say, I don't like green vegetables. I don't like this. But
Uh-huh.
if you allow them to look at my book, or if they catch notice of my book and say, that actually sounds cool, and they actually try it, then maybe they'll keep that same notion going on when they get older. Also, it's very, very important to take like some of their favorite meals. Maybe like a lot of kids, I know a lot of kids love macaroni and cheese.
Oh yeah.
So I know that when I was growing up, I've always liked to eat broccoli and cheese. But recently, when I was at church functions, a lady at my church would make macaroni and cheese. And I noticed that it had like a little bit of green spinach in it. And I said, I never had my mac and cheese with spinach in it. So I tried it.
Yeah.
And I actually love it. And I said, I want to make sure I can continue having that with me as well.
That's really good because, you really are hitting on a point that a lot of people miss because as a nutritionist myself, I would talk to the parents and we'll going through everything. And it's like, well, we need snacks, like we need the chips and all that, for the kids, because I have kids. I'm like, your
Yes.
kids don't need it either. Like that's not,
Right.
so to
Right.
really get that age where you are able to incorporate it to them and it's cool. How
Right.
can they get how can they get your books, by the way?
My book is available on Amazon.com, Madu Bookstore, which is here locally, as well as Nubian Bookstore and Barnes and Noble.
Okay, so if you want to have super kids, then make sure you get out and get those books. Now, can you talk about don't you have a series?
I am in the process of working on it. I have it in different formats, though. I have it available in softback, hardback, ebook, as well as audiobook.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. And what I love about it is beautiful brown kids and peaches, and it's just so intriguing for kids, right? They want to see it. Let me see it. What is it coming? And becoming a superhero to help fight childhood obesity, like kudos to you, really.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Now, do you talk to the parents? Are you involved with like schools and things that way so that we can have more super kids? Seriously.
With that, I have participated in back to school bashes as well as pop up events, those kinds of things. So I participated along those guidelines, did virtual and in person reading. But in terms of actually partnering with any parent organizations at the time, I have not. However, I'm open and willing, and I'll be excited to do those to help because we all want super kids. And I can be reached at Arian at becoming a superhero LLC.com, as well on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Super Sasha Jones.
Super Sasha Jones. I
Yes,
like that
ma'am.
name. Super Sasha. You say it so nice. I would put all kind of spice on that. Super Sasha. Like I love it. I love it. So listen,
Thank you.
now we're gonna talk about this because we know that being cautious and aware for our kids is very, very important.
Yes,
Now, I know you said you got into this because you were inspired by my best friend in my head, Miss Michelle Obama. We're best friends in my head, right? In my
Yes,
head.
ma'am.
Um, and the movie Black Panther. But before that, were you involved in being cautious about taking care of obesity and all those things before?
Well, with me, I was taking part in that personally for myself because I used to
Oh,
do sports growing up.
yeah.
So it's like I had no choice but to make sure I'm actually eating healthy as well as staying active.
I love it. I love it. And so now, you know, you are on Misfit One, where my whole platform is living fit. And when I say living fit, I mean focus, intentional, and transforming. And with those three things, it's so important to move with intention. And I love how you focused on our youth, right? And then you moved with intentions to cater their health so that they can be super kids that turns to superheroes, because what kid don't want to be a superhero? That's like genius. And you are totally transforming our community, and I applaud you for that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So again, tell us how they can stay connected with you and how they can get the book.
I can be reached at Ariane, that's ARIANE, at becoming a superhero LLC.com, as well as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Super Sasha Jones.
Super Sasha Jones, girl, I love it.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. But before we wrap this up, I always talk about self-care, and I am so curious as to how do you care for yourself?
I practice self-care by whenever I'm feeling stressed, I will either go for a walk within my neighborhood, and I would definitely make sure I participate with a relative of mine, Dr. A. Joy Jones. She has virtual programming, not just for adults, but for kids as well. It's called In the Paint, and she can be reached at www.rxfitnesslady.com, and she's a pharmacist as well.
Okay, I just like that little plug you put in there. Okay, y'all hear? She said, let me get it in. Let me get it in. Listen, that's what it's all about. We're here to help everybody because my goal is for everyone to live fit. So thank you so much. I mean, we really do appreciate you and what you're doing to help all of us, you know, be better human beings, you know, because taking care of your health is priority, and the quicker they learn it, the more it stays, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, can you give us any tips that we can pass on to maybe one, two tips, three tips, you know, on how we can get our kids to eat those healthy foods? Like you said, I like the one with the macaroni and cheese and the thing, but can you give us some tips on how we can become superheroes?
Tips you can become a superhero is by eating the rainbow. As noted in my book, I have super kids eat the rainbow,
Yes.
as well as superheroes eat the rainbow. And so with that, you could take any of your kids' favorite dishes. So outside of macaroni and cheese, you could take, maybe if they like broccoli, you could throw some cheese on the broccoli or whatever it is they may like, and just make sure your kids play like a beautiful rainbow. You can have granola parfait. I recently made that and it went viral. It was berry crunch, berry easy parfait. So you could take granola, you could take vanilla yogurt or whatever their favorite yogurt is, and top it off with whatever favorite fruit they love. Like I love strawberries, blueberries, and peaches.
Right.
So I
Right.
would make mine look like that.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I like all those. I love all of those. Any kind of fruit.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
And veggies. I'm not.
Me too.
I'll eat it. Like, yeah, sure. So thank you so much again
Thank you.
for coming on and giving us these tips. We're gonna taste the rainbow. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Until next time, you guys, live fit. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Misfit One Lifestyles. Listen, when you are fed up and sick and tired of living this stifled, overwhelmed, and overstressed life, and you're ready to live the fullest, richest, and healthiest life by gaining more confidence, more energy, and more clarity, living in your best self, you know what to do, right? Go ahead, go to my website, misfit1.com. Sign up for our online courses, Creating Healthy Habits, so that you too can live fit, focus, move with intention, and transform your life.